Hey everyone, it's Thursday, May 28th, and it's time for another Chemistry 1 lesson with Mr. Swank. So let's start with the joke. You know, a lot of people ask me where I get all my dad jokes. They're stored in a database. A database. That's funny. I really like that one. Come on. So our objective today is to perform multi-step molar conversions. That's right. We're taking it one step further, everyone. We're going from just the simple conversions we've been doing for the past few weeks to doing a multi-step conversion. How is that done? Well, it all comes down to the idea that volume, mass, and particle are all connected to mole. We've been going over that for the past week or two now, that 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles, 1 mole is equal to the molar mass, and 1 mole is equal to 22.4 liters. Well, this image I've given you here is what's called the molar roadmap. And it is literally a map because you can use it knowing where you're starting and where you're ending to get the directions you need to go. Okay? So rather than try and figure out piece by piece what you need, you can use this tool to kind of help guide you along the way so you know what's going on. Now, what would you need to guide you through? Well, here's an example problem. How many grams are in 43.1 liters of O2? We're given liters to start, which is volume, and we're asked to find grams, which is mass. Notice this problem doesn't mention moles at all. But because it's liters and mass, we know that those two things are connected to a mole. And we're going to use this map and follow the arrows along the way to get us from one place to another and get us our answer to tell us how many grams are in this many liters. So we're going to set up boxes like before, but this is why I use the boxes, because this is different. Notice I added an extra setup over here. And that's because we're not just going from liters to moles or from moles to grams. We're going to have to go liters to moles and then moles to grams. So we're taking an extra step, which is why these are multi-step conversions. So set up your boxes like this. And now the top left box, just like before, is going to be exactly how we're used to it. How is that? Our starting number goes in there, our 43.1 liters. Okay, nothing new. This bottom box is still empty. We're not going to do anything with it. Okay, so we know we're starting in liters, but that's not where we want to end up. We have to move away from liters. So look here. You see how there's an arrow going towards it and an arrow going away from it? We know we're moving away, so follow that arrow away. What does it say there with that arrow pointing away from liters? It says 1 mole over 22.4 liters. So that's what goes there. Now, it should make sense as to why, because you've got liters in the top left, liters in the bottom right. They cancel. We don't want our answer in liters, so we had to get rid of that. Now that brought us to mole, which is fine. It's getting us away from liters, but that's not where we want to end up. We want to end up in grams, which is mass. So now we're going to move this way because we want to move away from mole and towards mass. So look on the road here. Which arrow is pointing towards mass? This one. And it says molar mass over 1 mole. That means you're going to have to find the molar mass of O2. Look on your periodic table. Figure it out. Do you have it? Oxygen is 16.00. Multiply it by 2 because it's O2, and you should get 32.00 grams over 1 mole. Just like it says here, the molar mass over 1 mole. And why do we do that? Moles up here, moles down here. They cancel. What's the only unit we're left with? Grams. And that's what it asked for. Now, what do we do with the rest of this? Just like before. Multiply across the top, 43.1 times 1 times 32. That's on top. 22.4 times 1. That's on the bottom. Top divided by bottom. And you should end up with 61.6 grams. I know this is tricky, everyone. And you might look at this and be like, wow, we really went really far with this. And yeah, we did. And I know it's the end and it's tough, but the truth is we were supposed to get a lot further. And it's tough to do this way, and it's tough to explain it to you and not be able to help you directly and be there with you. But hopefully this gave you a little bit of something to kind of move on with this, and you can kind of see what's going on with this map. But listen, there's an assignment there. It's just one problem. Bring up this roadmap. You can Google it, or you can just pause the video here with this roadmap here and use it as a tool. But try and get that problem done. If you have any questions, comment in the Google Classroom. Send me an email. But I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be Friday.